Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for your kind association. Let us continue our reading of Sri Caitanya Bhāgavata by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadādhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadādhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, we will continue reading Sri Caitanya Bhāgavata of Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, Ādi Khaṇḍa, chapter 15, text number 50 onwards. Last Sunday, we read how Shri Shachimata would regularly meet Shri Vishnupriya Devi at Ganga Ghat, and Shri Vishnupriya Devi would offer obeisances to Shri Shachimata, and Shachimata would give her benediction that may you find a suitable husband by Krishna's mercy. And then Shachimata would think that may this girl marry my son Nimai, like that. So then we will continue from verse number 50. Raja Panditera Ichha Sarva Goshti Sane Prabhure Karite Kanya Danani Jamane. Shri Sanatan Mishra and his relatives also desired that Shri Vishnupriya Devi be married to Shri Nimai. So Sanatan Mishra is the father of Shri Vishnupriya Devi. They also thought that my daughter Vishnupriya Devi should marry Nimai Pandit. Purport by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. The phrase Sarva Goshti Sane means along with all his paternal and maternal relatives. Text 51. Daiveshachi Kashinatha Panditera Ani Balilena Tare Bapa Shuna Ekavani. One day, Shachimata called Kashinath Pandit to her home, and then Shri Shachimata told Kashinath Pandit, "Dear sir, please listen to my request. Shuna Ekavani, listen to my request." In the purport, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ji writes, Kashinath Pandit was a crest jewel among Brahmanas, and he was the matchmaker of Navadvip. He used to make matches, husband, wife. In Krishna's pastimes, Kashinath Pandit was the Brahman who was sent to Krishna with the proposal for Krishna's marriage with Satyabhama. So Satrajit had sent this particular Brahman to Krishna to offer his daughter Satyabhama Devi in marriage to Krishna. That same matchmaker of Dwarka now took birth in Navadvip as Kashinath Pandit. In the Gaur Ganudesh Deepika, text 50, it is stated, the Brahman named Kulaka, whom Maharaj Satrajit sent to Lord Krishna to arrange the Lord's marriage with Sri Satyabhama Devi, appeared in Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes as Sri Kashinath Pandit. Text 52. Raja Panditere kaha ichha ta keta amara putrere karuna kanyadan. Go tell Sanatan Mishra that if he desires, he may give his daughter Sri Vishnupriya Devi to my son Nimai in marriage. Shachimata called Kashinath Pandit and told him, go and tell Sanatan Mishra, the father of Vishnupriya Devi, this message. Kashinatha Pandita cha lila se ikshane Durga Krishna Bali Raja Pandita Bhavane. Kashinath Pandit immediately left from Shachimata's house for the house of Sri Sanatan Mishra while chanting the names of Durga and Krishna. Durga and Krishna. Kashinathe dekhi Raja Pandita apane Vasite asana ani dile na sambrame. Seeing Kashinath Mishra, beg your pardon, seeing Kashinath Pandit, Sri Sanatan Mishra respectfully offered him an asan to sit down. Vasite asana ani dile na sambrame. Sambrame, with respect, he gave asan. Oh, Kashinath Pandit, you have come. Please sit down. Please sit down. Sanatan Mishra was like that. Text 55. Parama gaurave nidhi kare yathochita ki karya aila bhai jidnyase pandita. Feeling greatly honored, Hare Krishna. Feeling greatly honored, Sri Sanatan Mishra completed all formalities and inquired, dear brother, what brings you here? Ki karya aila bhai? Oh brother, what have you come here for? Sanatan Mishra asked Kashinath Pandit. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada writes in the purport, the first line of this verse indicates that proper respect with great care and reverence was shown. Parama gaurave nidhi kare yatha uchita. As it was appropriate, feeling greatly honored, Sanatan Mishra completed all formalities and then inquired, Ki karya aila bhai? What purpose have you come? Kashinatha balena achaye eka katha chittalaye jadita be karaha sarvatha. Shri Kashinath Pandit replied, I have a proposal for you. If you find it proper, then please accept the proposal. I have a proposal. Verse 57. Vishwambhara Panditere Tomara Duhita Danakara e Sambandha Uchita Sarvatha. Kashinath Pandit said to Sri Sanatan Mishra, Vishwambhara Panditere Tomara Duhita Danakar. Do Kanyadan. Give your daughter in marriage. Give your daughter's hand in marriage to Sri Vishwambhara. Nimai Pandit. E Sambandha Uchita Sarvatha. I feel this is a perfect match. Please forgive me, my dear friends. I am yawning. Please forgive me. Hare Krishna. The word Sambandha means the marriage proposal. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada explains in the purport. Text 58. Tomara kanyara yogya sei divyapati tahara uchita ei kanya mahasati. Tomara kanyara yogya sei divyapati. Shri Kashinath Pandit is telling Shri Sanatan Mishra, the father of Shri Vishnupriya Devi, that Nimai Vishwambhar is Divyapati. He is most qualified to be the divine husband of your daughter. Tomara Kanyara Yogya. He is qualified to marry your daughter. Tahara Uchita Ei Kanya Mahasati. Nimai Vishwambar is qualified to become the husband of Vishnupriya Devi, and Tomara Uchita Ei Kanya Mahasati. And your very chaste daughter, Mahasati daughter, Vishnupriya Devi, is qualified to be the wife of Nimai Pandit. So both ways it's a great match. Yena Krishna Rukmini te Anyonya Uchita Sei Mata Vishnupriya Nimai Pandita. Look at the poetry. Jena Krishna Rukmini te Anyonya Uchita Sei Mata Vishnupriya Nimai Pandita. Vishnupriya Devi and Nimai Pandit are as suitable a match as Lord Krishna and Shri Rukmini Devi were. Such a beautiful comparison. Shuni Vipra Patni Adi Apta Varga Sahe Lahila Karite Yukti Dekhi Keki Kahe. After hearing this marriage proposal from Kashinath Pandit, Shri Sanatan Mishra discussed it with his wife. Shuni Vipra Patni Adi Apta Varga Sahe Lahila Karite Yukti Dekhi Kiki Kahe. He discussed with his wife and other relatives Dekhi Kiki Kahe to find out what they say, what is their opinion. What is their opinion? Which means in a Grahastha ashram, one should not take independent decisions. We should consult one's wife. We should consult one's family members. Sabko saath mein leke chalna chahiye. So that's what we learn. So he discussed with his family members before giving his answer. Now, please understand, this is 500 years ago in Navadvip. Shri Vishnupriya Devi is divinely beautiful. She is like no other woman of this world. She is very young. She has just entered her teenage years and she's extremely beautiful, extremely chaste. She's not even been seen by other men, always very protected, and she is the abode of all good qualities. She is very devoted to Krishna. She's a devotee Vaishnavi, and she has all good qualities and characteristics. And her parents, Sanatan Mishra and his wife, are also very wonderful devotees and very high-class Brahmanas, very cultured. So you can imagine how much anxiety they must be having finding a suitable boy for such a qualified daughter. And as far as they had seen, there was no one like Nimai Pandit. You can imagine Nimai Pandit is Lord Krishna himself. Brajendra Nandana Jai Shachi Suta Hoilo Sei. He's so beautiful, so handsome, so learned, so gentle, so mild, so attractive. Nimai Pandit has all good qualities. And so does Vishnupriya Devi. So they are a perfect match for each other. And now on this very auspicious day, Shachi Mata has sent marriage proposal through this matchmaker, Shri Kashinath Pandit, who is saying that let both of them get married. So you can imagine how happy Sanatan Mishra and his family members must be. Sabe bali lena ara ki karya vichare sarvatha e karma giya karaha satvare. When Sanatan Mishra, the father of Shri Vishnupriya Devi, asked his wife and other family members and relatives what they thought about this marriage proposal, what did they say? Sabe bali lena ara ki karya vichare. What is the need for discussion? You should immediately arrange the marriage. Sarvatha e karma giya karah satvare. Satvare, jaldi se jaldi kar do. Subhasya shigram. What is auspicious? Let's do it quickly. Tabe Raja Pandit Haya Harsha Mati Balile Nakashinath Panditera Prati. The Raj Pandit Sanatan Mishra, the father of Shri Vishnupriya Devi, then happily spoke to Kashinath Pandit. Vishwambhara Panditera Kare Kanyadan Kariba sarvatha vipra ithe nahi an. O Brahman, so Sri Sanatan Mishra is telling Kashinath Pandit, O Brahman, I will certainly give my daughter Sri Vishnupriya Devi in marriage to Sri Vishwambhara Pandit. Aha. Vishwambhara Panditera kare kanyadan, kariba sarvatha vipra ithe nahi an. Bhagya thake jadi sarva vamsher ama tabe hai na susambandha haibe kanya. Jai ho. Shri Sanatan Mishra is saying, Bhagya thake jadi sarva vamshera amar. If my family is fortunate, tabe hena susambandha haibe kanya. Then my daughter will be married to Nimai Pandit. Nimai is such an exalted personality. It will be a good fortune not only for my daughter, not only for me, but for my whole family if Nimai accepts my daughter Vishnupriya Devi as his wife. Bhagya thake. If there is fortune. Thake means there is. Grihe thake, vane thake, sada hari bole dake. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, whether you are in a house, griha, or you are living in the forest as a vanvasi, sannyasi, vairagi. Whether you are living in the house, griha thake, vane thake. Whether you are living in a family or you are living in the forest, sada hari bole dako. Always chant hari hari, hari hari. Whether you are sannyasi, grihas, that doesn't matter. It's just thake word is Bengali word. Can I share something wonderful in Bengali also with this word that came to my mind? Thake. Thake means there is. Hriday thake golmal, tabe pado bhaktamal. Our sadhu acharyas, they say you should read bhaktamal. Who should read bhaktamal? Hriday thake golmal. If there is golmal in your heart, tabe pado bhaktamal. Your heart will become purified by reading Bhakta Charitra. So that word thake reminded me. Hriday thake golmal, tabe pado bhaktamal. That's why I read bhaktamal, because there is golmal in the heart. Bhagya thake jadi sarva vamshera amar tabe hai na susambandha haibe kanyar chala tumi tatha jai kaha sarva katha ami puna dadhailu kariba sarvatha. Shri Sanatan Mishra then told Kashinath Pandit, please go there and inform Shri Shachi Devi about our decision. I again confirm that I have indeed accepted the marriage proposal of Vishnupriya Devi with Nimai Pandit. Shuniya santoshe Kashinatha Mishravar sakala kahila ashi shachira gochar. Feeling satisfied, Kashinath Mishra returned to Mother Shachi and told her everything. Shuniya santoshe Kashinatha Mishravar sakala kahila ashi shachira gochar. Feeling satisfied, Kashinath Mishra or Kashinath Pandit returned to Mother Shachi and told her everything. That yes, Sanatan Mishra has accepted your marriage proposal. He will give his daughter, Shri Vishnupriya Devi, in marriage to your son, Nimai Pandit. Karya Siddhi Shuni Ai Santosha Haila Sakala Udyogata Be Karite Lagila. Wow. Mother Shachi was very pleased to hear that her marriage proposal was accepted by Sanatan Mishra. And she began to make the necessary arrangements. Karya Siddhi Shuni Ai. Ai means Mother Shachi. Santosha Haila. She was very happy to hear that the marriage proposal had been accepted. And Sakala Udyoga Tabe Karite Lagila. He immediately got busy with marriage preparation. Prabhura Vivaha Shuni Sarva Shishyagan Sabai Haila Ati Paramanandaman. Now Nimai Pandit has got many chelas. So many students he has got. Prabhura Vivaha Shuni Sarva Shishyagan. All the students Sabai Haila Ati Paramanandaman. When the students of Shri Nimai Pandit heard news of his marriage arrangement, they were all filled with great joy. Paramananda man. Their minds were filled with great joy. Prathame balila buddhi manta mahashay mora bhara evivahe jata lage. Now there was a very nice, rich millionaire who lived in Navadvip. His name was Buddhimanta Khan. So Buddhimanta, as soon as he heard that Nimai is getting married to Vishnupriya Devi, he said, Mora bhar e vivahe Jata lage vyay. Prathame balila buddhimanta mahashaya. Buddhimanta mahashaya, Buddhimanta Khan said, I will bear the entire expenditure of this marriage. So, because Shachi Mata, Nimai Pandit, they are very simple Brahmins, they don't have means. So, they would have arranged the marriage ceremony in a temple, very simple. But Buddhimanta Khan said, why this marriage should be done simply? Let's do it on a grand scale, and I will sponsor, I will bear all the expenses. In the purport, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ji writes, Shri Buddhimanta Khan was Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's neighbor, and he was a staunch, rich, devoted Brahman follower of Nimai. Very rich. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a description of Buddhimanta Khan, Adi Lila, chapter 10, text 74. The 36th branch, Buddhimanta Khan, was extremely dear to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was always prepared to carry out Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's orders, and therefore he was considered a chief servant of the Lord. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu married for the second time with Shri Vishnupriya Devi, Shri Buddhimanta Khan stayed with the groom throughout the marriage ceremony and bore the entire expense of the marriage. So very nice. Buddhimanta Khan was a very great associate. Many other references are there also. And we'll go to the next verse, text 70. Mukunda Sanjaya bole shuna sakha bhai, tomara sakala bhara mora kichu nai. So as soon as the marriage news broke out, Buddhimanta Khan volunteered, I will bear all the expenses. But what about Mukunda Sanjay? Anybody remembers who is Mukunda Sanjay? He is the devotee in whose house Nimai Pandit has his school. Remember? In his courtyard in Durga Mandap, in the house of Mukunda Sanjay, Nimai Pandit has his school. He teaches there. So Mukunda Sanjay came to know about the marriage. Mukunda Sanjaya bole shuna sakha bhai, tomara sakala bhara mora kichu nai. He says, Mukunda Sanjay then said to Shri Buddhimanta Khan, Shuna Sakha Bhai, oh my dear friend, my dear brother, listen. If you bear all the expenses of the marriage of Nimai Pandit, then what will I do? Even I want to contribute. Tomara Sakala Bhar, Mora Kichu Nai. So entire bhar you will take. I will not take anything. I will not contribute anything. How is it possible? Buddhimanta Khana bole Shuna Sakha Bhai. Vamaniya Sajja e Vivahe Kichu Nai. Buddhimanta Khan replied to Mukunda Sanjay, listen my dear brother, this marriage will not be like a Brahmana's marriage. Vamaniya Sajja e Vivaha Kichunai. This will not be a Vaman Vivaha. This will not be Vivaha of a marriage. This will not be the marriage of a Brahmana, which is very simple. Very simple. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada writes in the purport, the phrase Vamaniya Sajja refers to a poor Brahman's marriage, which is an ordinary arrangement without luxury or pomp, or just a small suitable marriage for the poor. But Buddhimanta Khan said this will not be like that. This will be extraordinary. E vivaha panditera karai bahena raja kumarera mata loke dekhe jena. So Buddhimanta Khan said, this marriage of Nimai Pandit and Vishnupriya Devi, I will make such arrangements for the marriage that it will appear to be the marriage of a prince and a princess in the eyes of the people. E vivaha panditera karai bahena raja kumarera mata loke dekhe jena. Let the people see this marriage will be very opulent, like the marriage of a prince and a princess. Tabe sabe mili shubha dina shubha kshane adivasa lagna kari lena harshamane. Thereafter, everyone agreed on an auspicious day and time to observe the Adivas ceremony. Adivas ceremony is the preliminary function that takes place before the actual marriage function. Adivas means the preliminary puja and ceremony. Before a Kirtan festival, there is an Adivas ceremony. Before deity installation, you install deities in the temple, you do prana pratisthapana, so it's a multi-day festival. But before the deities are installed, there's an Adivas ceremony, one day before. So like that. Before marriage also. बड़ा बड़ा चंद्रा तप सब तांगाइया चतुर्दी के रुइले ना कदली आनिया. A huge pandal was erected with banana trees placed in the four directions for the marriage. Purna ghata deepa dhanya dadhi amrasar jate ka mangala dravya achaye prachar. Then they decorated the marriage arena with Purna ghata, water pots, deepa, ghee lamps, dhanya, rice, paddy, unbroken grains, dadhi means yogurt, dahi, amrasar. Amrasar means mango leaves and other auspicious items. We know mango leaves they put for Dashera, it's considered auspicious decoration. So Purna ghata means water pots, deep, ghee lamp, dhanya, food grains, dadhi, yogurt, and amrasar, mango leaves. Yateka mangala dravya, these are all mangal dravya, these are auspicious items. Achaye prachar, they were used to decorate. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada writes in the purport, the word amrasar refers to the leaves and twigs of a mango tree. Sakala ekatre ani kari samuchhay sarvabhumi kari lena ali panamay. They further decorated the marriage arena with designs drawn with colored powders. In Marathi we call it rangoli. You take those colored powder and you make designs on the ground. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada says the word alipana, from the Sanskrit word alimpana, refers to making or drawing various designs with different colors, and these colors are made from rice powder on the floors and walls of the house. Yateka Vaishnavara, Yateka Brahmana, Navadvipe Achaya, Yateka Susajjana, Sabarai, Nimantrana, Karila, Sakale, Adivasa, Guyasi, Khaiba, Vikale. All the Vaishnavas and all the Brahmanas, Jateka Vaishnava Ara, Jateka Brahmana, and respectable people of Navadvip were all invited. Navadvipe Achaye, Jateka Susajjana. All the Susajjan, all the saintly people of Navadvip, they were all invited. Sabarai Nimantrana Karila Sakale Adivasa Guya Asi Khaiba Vikale. Come in the afternoon and take prasad and chew the pan of the Adivas ceremony. This was the Nimantran, the invitation. So, in this case, in the purport it is said, in this case, the word Vaishnav refers to those devotees of the Lord who are properly behaved, who are attached to worshipping Lord Vishnu. Like that. Aparana kalamatra haila asiya badyasi karite lagila bhajaniya. In the afternoon on the Adivas ceremony day, the musicians began to play auspicious instruments like Shahnai, Mridang, Kartal, like that. Mridanga, Shahnai, Jaya, Dhaka Karatal, Nana Vidha, Vadya Dhwani, Uthila Vishal. Aha. So what happened in the Adivas ceremony? There was playing of various musical instruments like Mridanga, Shahnai, Jayadhak, and Kartals that created a tumultuous sound. Mridanga, Shahnai, Jayadhaka, Kartal, Nana Vidha, Vadya Dhwani, Uthila Vishal. Bhatagane Paditela Gila Rayavar Pativrata Gane Kare Jaya Jayakar. The professional blessers began to recite prayers, and the chaste women, Pativrata Gane, chaste women, made auspicious sounds. Regarding the word Jaya Jayakar, even today in East Bengal, the Uludhwani, anybody knows Uludhwani? You have to come to Mayapur or you have to come to even ISKCON Atlanta temple. The ladies, they do Uludhwani during any auspicious ceremony, during Kirtan, like that they make that. I cannot do it, but with that tongue, they vibrate that tongue and it's called Uludhwani. Uludhvani, a sound Bengali women make while vibrating their tongues. It is known as Jai Jaikar or Uludhvani. Vipragane lagila karite vedadhvani, madhya asi vasila dvijendra kulamani. As the Brahmanas chanted Vedic mantras like Namo Brahmanya Devaya, Go Brahmanya Hitaya Cha, Jagad Hitaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha, Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Haraye Paramatmane, Pranata Klesha Nashaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. These are all Vedic mantras. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Dina Bandhu, Jagatpate, Gopesha, Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta, Namostute. These are all auspicious Vedic mantras the Brahmanas are reciting. And Vishwambhar, the crest jewel of the Brahmanas, Dvijendra Kulamani. Dvijendra Kulamani. The crest jewel of all Brahmanas sat in their midst. Madhe Asi Vasila Dvijendra Kulamani, our Nimai. Chaturdi ke Vasilena Brahmana Mandali Sabai Haila Chitte Mahakutuhali. Nimai sat down, the Brahmana sat in groups around Nimai, and in this way everyone was overjoyed at heart, very overjoyed. Let us also mentally participate in the marriage ceremony of Nimai Pandit and Vishnu Priya Devi. They are our Radha Krishna who have appeared in the different form in Kali Yuga. Tabe gandha chandana tambula divyamala brahmana ganera sabe dibare anila. Tabe gandha chandana tambula divya mala brahmana ganera saba dibare anila. Aguru, sandalwood paste, pan, flower garlands were brought out and offered to all the Brahmanas. These are the gifts they were given. Shire mala sarva ange lepiya chandane eka bata tambula se dena eko jane. Garlands were placed on their heads, their bodies were smeared with sandalwood paste, and each Brahman was given a box of pan. The word bata refers to a container or box for keeping pan. So they were given one bata tambul, one box filled with pan as a gift. Apparently, the devotees at that time, they liked to eat pan. Viprakula nadiya viprera antanai kata jaya kata aise avadhina pai. Nadia was full of Brahman families. So innumerable Brahmanas were present at that time. No one could count how many came and went. Viprakula Nadia Viprera Antanai, no end, Antanahi. Kata jaya, kata aise, avadhina pai. You cannot keep a count. Tathi madhe lobhishta aneka jana ache, eka bara laya puna arak kache kache. Among them, some Brahmanas were very greedy. Lobhishta. Tathi madhya lobhishta aneka jana ache. So they had golmal in their heart. Hriday thake golmal. So tathi madhya lobhishta aneka jana ache eka bara laya puna ara kache kache. So what did they do? These lobhishta Brahmanas, they came, they received their flower garland, they received their chandan, sandalwood paste, they received their bata, their box filled with pan, but they were not satisfied. So they returned a second time in a different dress to receive gifts. Hare Krishna. Eka bara laya, puna ara kache kache. Again they would go and come to take a second round of gifts. So this shows us, Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur writes, the word lobhishtha, lobha means greed and ishtha means desire. They were extremely greedy. Extremely greedy. So we learn from this that even at the time of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, there were people who were victims of greed. So when we see greed among devotees around us, we should not get too flustered or angry. What to do? We all have lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, false ego. So we should not get disturbed. We should not get agitated and start criticizing. We have to look at ourselves. We also have lust. We also have greed. We also have anger. We also have false ego. We also have envy. We also have pride within us. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mad, Matsarya. Shada Ripu, 6 enemies, we all have them in our heart. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada said, ISKCON is like a hospital. And we are all patients. And Srila Prabhupada, our Guru Varga, they are the doctors and the nurses. So our counselors, guides, they are like the nurses. They give medicine that the doctor has prescribed. Guru Varga are the doctors. And Srila Prabhupada has created this big hospital. He is the head of the department. Then we are being treated. We are all sick. We all have anarthas. Some patients have very high fever, 106, 105 degree Fahrenheit. Some patients have little less fever, 101, 100 degree Fahrenheit. But we are all febrile. We are all having fever. We are all having infection. We are all diseased. And different patients struggle with different problems. Some devotees struggle with lust. Some devotees struggle more with anger issues. Some devotees have ego issues. Some devotees are very proud. Some devotees are envious. Some devotees are greedy. They will come and eat Sunday feast every Sunday, but they will never give a donation. This always thinking what I can get from the temple. Today I met a devotee, and for $5 they were giving the calendar, 2023 calendar. And anyway, maybe I should not say, but so they didn't even want that. They said, can I get it for free? And I had taken 2, one for Amarendra Prabhu, one for myself. And the devotee came to and said, hey, you have 2, give me one. Give me one. I said, they are being sold there on the book table. No, you give me. That is not free. I want it free from you. So then I gave one. So there are some, so we all have our struggles. Some struggle with lust, some struggle with greed, anger, pride, envy, ego. What to do? We have our struggles, but we have to understand, we have to support each other, inspire each other, encourage each other, and move on. In the hospital, some patients are struggling with very high blood sugar. Some have pneumonia, some have urine infection, some have bowel obstruction, some have heart failure, some have heart attacks, some have stroke, some have COPD flare-ups. There are people with different diagnoses. So we have people in ISKCON with different struggles. But we are all being treated. We are all being treated. And what do? If a patient goes and tells other patient, Tera kuch nahi ho sakta, tu marne wala hai. You're not going to get cured. You're going to die. It's very depressing. What we have to do, we are all patients. We have to inspire each other, encourage each other. Macchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantasya mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. We have to give pleasure to each other, encourage, give hope to each other. We have to take our treatment nicely, enthusiastically, and encourage others. You also take your treatment nicely. I'm chanting my 16 rounds, trying to chant them attentively every morning. Prabhu, are you doing it? If not, let's do it together. We can come on Zoom, we can do it together. Let's inspire, encourage each other, not judge each other. You have 102 fever. I have only 101. What is this? We're proud of our fever. It doesn't matter whether you have 101 or 103, you're both having fever, both are sick. So like that. There were people who were greedy. They were taking gifts, then coming back in the line, in the queue again to get a second round of free gifts. They wanted freebies. What to do? There are people like this. All were not like that. Here they said, among them, some greedy Brahmanas. Some were greedy, Lobishta. Received their gifts and returned second time to again receive gifts. How did Mahaprabhu deal with this? Let's see. Arabara asimaha lokera gharale. Arabara asimaha lokera gahale. Chandana gova kamala niya niya chale. In the ensuing commotion, they thus received sandalwood paste, pan, and flower garlands a second time. Sabai anande matta keka hare chine prabhu o hasiya adnya karila apane. Now listen, this is very instructive. Everyone was intoxicated with ecstasy and happiness and thus unable to recognize one another. Lord Nimai also smiled and gave instruction. Prabhu o hasiya agya karila apane. What did Mahaprabhu say? Sabare chandana mala deha teen abar. Chinta nahi vyaya kara e ichha jahar. They are coming second time. Mahaprabhu says, Sabare chandana mala deha teen abar. Chinta nahi vyaya kara e ichha jahar. Ekavara niya jeje laya arabar. E agyaya tahara kahi lena pratikar. Pache keha chiniya viprera manda bale paramarthe dosha haya sathya kari mile. Give sandalwood paste and garlands 3 times to everyone, Mahaprabhu said. Don't worry about the expenditure. Give freely to everyone. By this instruction, Lord Nimai indirectly forbade anyone from taking again and again. So don't do this cheating business. Change your clothes, get again in the line, come again. Instead, when you come, take 3 times. Take 3. No problem. Be satisfied. But don't do cheating business. Because see, Mahaprabhu is very merciful. If they are cheating and getting the gift second time, they are committing sin. Therefore, to protect them, Mahaprabhu is saying, oh, okay, I'll give you 3 times. So you don't have to sin. You take it. Yeah, I'm giving voluntarily. So that you don't commit sin. Lord continued, if a Brahman is caught cheating, he will be criticized and thus disgraced. See Mahaprabhu. The most magnanimous Sri Gaura Sundar gave instructions to give the Brahmanas pan, betel nuts, garlands and sandalwood 3 times, so that those Brahmanas who had once received pan, betel nuts and garlands and sandalwood and came back again in different dress to receive these items again would be satisfied and all their desires would be fulfilled, and so that unscrupulous people would be checked from condemning them as illegitimate, greedy cheaters. The second line of verse 92 indicates that if one cheats or deceives others to usurp something from himself for himself, then from a spiritual point of view, that is a fault. It is a fault, it is a sin. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada is saying. Paramarthe doshya hai, sathya kari mile. It is dosh on the path of Paramartha. On the spiritual one, it's a fault, it's a sin. Therefore, this act is certainly immoral. So therefore, to protect, Nimai said, let's give them 3 times so that they will not do this. Viprapriya prabhura chittera ei katha tina bara dile purna haibe sarvatha. Being affectionate to the Brahmanas, Lord Nimai considered if they are given 3 times, then they will be fully satisfied. Tina bara pai sabe harashitamana shathya kari aranahi layakona jana. All the Brahmanas were happy to receive those gifts 3 times. So none of them further tried to cheat. Isn't Nimai very merciful? He knows our weaknesses, but he doesn't want us to commit such sinful activities. So he is so merciful. He says, we give them 3 times. Satisfy them. Satisfy them. Ei mata malaya chandana guya pane haila anantamarma kehana hi jane. So he satisfied the Brahmanas. Tina bara pai sabe harashi taman shathya kari aranai layako na jan. Ei mata malaya chandane guya pane haila anantamarma kehana hi jane. In this way, no one could understand how Lord Nimai was served by Anantashesh in the form of garlands, sandalwood paste, and pan. Purport. The word Ananta in this verse refers to Sri Anantashesh Nag, Lord Shankarshan, Nityananda Prabhu. And it means innumerable. So, what is the meaning? That actually they had enough gifts only to be given once. But seeing the greed and to protect them from committing cheating and sins, Nimai said, give 3 times. But it was not, they didn't have so many return gifts. Those boxes of pan and garlands and sandalwood paste, they didn't have so much. Chandan is expensive. So who supplied? Because Mahaprabhu desired, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying that Anantashesh, Ananta Nitai, Nityananda Prabhu, himself came and manifested himself into garlands and pan boxes, sandalwood paste, so that Nimai Vishwambhar's desire to give 3 times to all the Brahmanas would be fulfilled. अनंत शेष, जो भगवान की इच्छा शेष रह जाती है वो पूरी करते हैं. अनंत, that is अनंत शेष, like that. This is the eagerness of Nityananda Prabhu to serve Nimai. Last verses 96-97. मनुष्य पाइला जता एठा कुका दूरे, पृथ्वी ते पड़िला जता दीते मनुष्य रे, सेई जदि प्राकृत लोकेरा घरे है, ताहाते इताना पाचा विभा निर्वाहाय. Srila Vrindavan Thakur is saying what to speak of the gifts that people received. If the gifts that fell on the ground during distribution were collected, it would have been sufficient for 5 marriages. This is out of this world. Just think about it. Let me read the purport. The amount of garlands, sandalwood, pan boxes, and betel nuts that was left as waste on the ground during Lord Nimai Vishwambar's marriage would have been sufficient ingredients for completing 5 marriages. Hare Krishna. Let me explain this. Shri Caitanya Bhāgavata ki jai, Srila Vrindavan Thakur Mahashaya ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So Nimai, in the marriage, there was sufficient for everyone to receive the gifts once. But people were becoming greedy. They wanted more. And they were cheating to get more. Getting in the line again, cheating. Nimai did not want them to commit such sins. So he said, give them 3 times. They want twice, give them 3 times. Satisfy them fully. But itna nahi tha wahan pe. Itne gifts nahi the. They didn't have so many gifts. So Nityananda Prabhu, in his service attitude, he expanded into so many gift boxes, return gift boxes. So many, that all the visitors, all the Brahmanas got 3 gifts. And while giving out 3 gifts, inadvertently some boxes would fall down while passing out. Ye lo, ab 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Some were falling down. The boxes of gifts that fell down were so many that they were enough to have 5 marriages. Itne niche gir gaya. This is the enthusiasm of Nitai to serve Nimai. Like that. So this is our wonderful Nityananda Prabhu, the Ādi Guru Tattva. Guru means eager to serve. And disciple means eager to serve Guru. Guru means eager to serve Krishna. And disciple means eager to serve the Guru. Das, Das, Anudas. So very wonderful marriage ceremony. This is the Adivas ceremony, and we'll continue reading. The marriage ceremony is coming up. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Nimai Vishwambhar ki jai. Shrimati Vishnu Priya Devi ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Mahashaya ki jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Hare Krishna. I will stop here. If there are any questions, we can take. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So there are no questions. So we'll stop here. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Shri Radhe.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much.